Could the Sons of Anarchy return be on the cards? Because when the Mayans MC was on the final season, Theo Russi and Charlie Hunnam came out with some potential news about a potential Sons of Anarchy project later down the line, but we didn't really make too much on it. Like, we were more focused on the Mayans because, you know, it was kind of only smoke and mirrors. But we're here today to discuss it because guess what? This could be happening. So strap in. New Sons of Anarchy project with Charlie Hunnam, seemingly teased by Star. And it's been originally teased, though, by original series star Theo Russi, of course, played just hinting at a possible Sam Crow reunion. And let's dive into it. Theo Russi, who played biker Juice Ortiz in the hit series Sons of Anarchy, seemingly teased the new Sam Crow project that will see him reunited with series star Charlie Hunnam. Created by Kurt Sutter, Sons of Anarchy follows the criminal exploits of the outlaw motorcycle gang as they operated out of a fictional town in California's Central Valley. First airing in 2008, the series ran for 7 seasons before wrapping up in 2014. The series also inspired a spin-off, Mayans MC, which is planned to wrap up after season 5 sometime later this year. Of course, it's already wrapped up. During a recent panel discussion for his latest crime thriller, Emily the Criminal, Russi hinted at a potential project involving Hunnam and the rest of his former SOA co-stars. As reported by Deadline, when Russi was asked if the project could take the form of a Sons of Anarchy movie, he smiled and replied, "It's totally different. It's really cool. Check out his comments below, baby." He said, "There might be something coming up where we're all back together, which is insane. Charlie's going to announce something soon. If it happens, it's wild. But if it doesn't, it would be perfect and really cool because we also talk every day." I mean, he says, but if it doesn't, it would be perfect and really cool because we also talk every day. Is he referring to, like, when's this going to get announced rather than that? But the question is, what's going to happen? Because there was talk about a Nomad show. How would they implement, like, former members of Sam Crow? I'm just intrigued because, you know, Elgin James, he didn't do a good job in the end, let's be real about it. I mean, I don't want to bury the guy for the millionth time, but off screen, Elgin James made us scream because he just wasn't that good. But, you know, when you look at the likes of the talented Sons of Anarchy crew, you know, Ron Perlman, Theo Russi, Charlie Hunnam, Tommy Flanagan, Kim Coates, Ryan Hurst, I mean, the names go on, you know, I forgot Bobby's real Mark Bourne Jr., right? With all them together, how could they possibly make this bad? Honestly, how could it be bad? Even if it was just a simple trip back down memory lane, it would be fucking great. I'm all for it. I really, really am all for it, man. I don't see how anybody could be against this. Like, I'm looking, like, you look at Breaking Bad, they did El Camino. Could it be something similar to that? Where it would just be, like, set during, like, a certain time period where most of the characters are still alive? Like, could we get a time period between season 3 and 4? Like, a 6-part mini-episode series with them in jail? Hell, would you not take? I think that'd be fucking great. You could see how, like, Chibs and Opie dealt with stuff on the outside. I mean, you've 14 months there to explore. You know what I mean? So, I think there's a real possibility, like, that you could definitely do something there. Right, troops, and I get it, right? You know, season 3 and 4, that's like 12, 13 years ago in between that time skip, sorry. And I know the actors have aged, right? They're not exactly young anymore. I'll say young, I mean, fuck, some of them are still young, you know. Like, well, actually, I think they're all at least in their 40s now, which is kind of sad. But, like, would you really mind that? Like, we've seen in the Mayans, they incorporated flashbacks, we happy, and, you know, weren't too bothered by that. Like, I know people will have, like, different haircuts, but I mean, just slap a fucking hat on them. You know, nobody always wore a hat. I mean, Chibs wore a hat sometimes. I mean, so if there's a bother about that. But for me, actually thinking of it, if you're going to have a series where the guys are all back and it's the same actors, I think that time skip in between season 3 and 4 is the go-to thing. And I think we're going to make a fid on that. I think that is maybe what they have planned, potentially. I just don't really see any other point in the series. Because, like, if you look at it, in between that point, the club was on good terms. Everyone was on good. Clay and Jax were good with each other. No one really had beef with each other. Now, the only thing you could say is Sadly, William Lucking is dead. He wouldn't be outside, but you know he was at the cabin half the time in the show anyway. They could just be like, "Oh, Penny's at the cabin," sort of talk. But you know what? I'm intrigued to talk about this in further. I'll be back very soon. But that's Fog Entertainment signing out.